Welcome back to Real Epic Quest. Today, let's deep dive into the Alien franchise, where we compare Ridley Scott's 1979 classic with Fede Alvarez's 2024 installment, Alien Romulus. Join us as we explore the evolution of this iconic series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you never miss an update on our latest deep dives into the world of cinema. Let's dive in. Here's a breakdown of Ellen Ripley's hero's journey in Alien, 1979, using Joseph Campbell's monomyth structure. Although Alien is primarily a horror sci-fi film, Ripley's arc still loosely follows the hero's journey, especially when viewed in hindsight as the beginning of her transformation into a legendary sci-fi hero. The ordinary world. Ripley is just one of the crew members aboard the commercial towing spaceship Nostromo. She works as the warrant officer, competent, professional, but not in charge. Life is routine and unremarkable. The call to adventure. The crew receives a distress signal from a nearby planetoid, LV-426. Company protocol requires them to investigate, despite the crew's misgivings. This begins the chain of events that breaks the ordinary world. Refusal of the call. Ripley herself is reluctant to break quarantine protocols when Kane returns infected by the alien organism. She insists they follow rules to protect the ship, but is overruled by Ash. Her refusal here is more symbolic. She represents reason and caution in a world about to descend into chaos. Meeting the mentor. There's no classic mentor like Obi-Wan or Gandalf, but Ripley's mentor is arguably experience itself, or even the cold reality of the alien threat. She learns by observing the failures of others, especially Ash and Dallas, crossing the threshold. The alien bursts from Kane's chest, and the ship is no longer a workplace, it's a death trap. The horror has truly begun. Ripley must now take charge and navigate survival. Tests, allies, and enemies. Allies, Parker, Lambert to an extent, and Jonesy the cat. Enemies, the xenomorph, but also Ash, whose betrayal deepens the threat. Ripley faces test after test, dodging the alien, coping with fear, managing crew dynamics, and surviving Ash's attack. Approach to the inmost cave. Ripley discovers Ash is a synthetic, programmed to prioritize the alien over the crew. She now knows the company sees them as expendable. The stakes are fully personal now. It's not just about survival. It's about betrayal, exploitation, and the loss of control. Ordeal. Ripley is the last survivor. The alien has killed everyone else. Alone, she activates the self-destruct on the Nostromo, but the alien blocks her escape, forcing her to disable the countdown and try again. Reward, seizing the sword. Ripley escapes on the shuttle Narcissus, thinking she's free. She's earned the right to live, but the real test is still to come. The sword is both her newfound strength and her confrontation of the alien on her own terms, the road back. Just as she prepares to rest, Ripley realizes the alien is on board the shuttle with her. This final challenge is one she must face alone, without weapons or backup. Resurrection. Ripley dons a spacesuit using strategy and courage to eject the alien into space. This is the moment of rebirth. She proves herself as the true hero. Not by brute force, but through intelligence and calm under pressure. Return with the elixir. Ripley survives. She records a final log, cradles Jonesy the cat, and enters stasis. She's changed, not just by loss, but by discovering her inner strength. She's no longer a subordinate officer. She's a leader, a survivor, and the only witness to what happened aboard the Nostromo. Now let's break down the hero's journey of Rain Carradine in Alien, Romulus, 2024, a movie that follows a new crew in the Alien universe. In this film, Rain's journey is slightly different from Ripley's, but it still fits into the classic hero's journey archetype, with her navigating survival, loyalty, and identity in a hostile environment. The ordinary world. Rain Carradine starts as a young, inexperienced crew member of the spaceship Romulus. She was raised on a mining colony and seems to be looking for a new start. Her life is ordinary, marked by a need to escape her past and fit into a new world. The call to adventure. The crew receives a distress signal from a mysterious planet. The crew is tasked with investigating, though they are unaware of the dangers that lie ahead. The mission calls Rain to leave her past behind and enter into unknown territory, both physically and emotionally. Refusal of the call. Initially, Rain is hesitant about the mission, feeling unsure of her role and place within the crew. She's also wary of the dangers and risks that come with exploring uncharted worlds. There is a sense of fear and self-doubt that holds her back from fully embracing the adventure. Meeting the mentor. The character of Andy, the synthetic android aboard the ship, can be seen as Rain's mentor figure. Although Andy doesn't guide her in a traditional sense, he provides her with insights into the complexities of identity and survival in a harsh universe. His role in protecting the crew, despite his synthetic nature, challenges Rain's perspective. Crossing the threshold. Rain's journey truly begins once the crew lands on the planet and encounters the alien threat. The moment they are attacked and the alien begins killing off the crew, Rain's ordinary world is shattered. She's forced to act in a way she never anticipated. Survival becomes her only focus. Tests, allies, and enemies. Allies: Andy, Tyler, the more reckless leader, Bjorn, the skeptical survivor, and others who, like Rain, are trying to survive. Enemies: the alien, xenomorph, but also the corporate agenda represented by the mysterious forces behind their mission. Rain's tests come in many forms: evading the alien, learning to trust others, and confronting her own inner demons about her past and her capacity for leadership. Approach to the inmost cave. As the crew faces dwindling numbers, Rain and the survivors realize they are being hunted by a new breed of alien, and they are stuck on the planet with no way out. Rain's challenge is not only to survive physically, but to find courage and resolve in the face of overwhelming fear. The truth about their mission and the corporate interests behind it come into clearer view. Ordeal. Rain faces her greatest test in the form of the alien. Her encounter with the creature forces her to confront her deepest fears and insecurities. She must rely on her wits, bravery, and newfound resolve, much like Ripley did in the original film. Additionally, Rain must contend with the betrayal of trust when she realizes the sinister motives of the corporation behind the mission. Reward. Seizing the sword. Rain's reward is self-realization. Through her journey, she uncovers a strength she didn't know she had. She becomes a natural leader who can think strategically and prioritize the group's survival over individual desires. She also unravels the mystery behind the alien's presence and how to fight back. The road back. After facing the alien and surviving the horrors of the planet, Rain and the remaining crew members must escape the planet. The path back to safety is fraught with danger as the alien continues to hunt them. The constant tension between survival and fear pushes Rain to make hard choices about who to trust and who to sacrifice. Resurrection. Rain faces the ultimate confrontation with the alien, using her intelligence, resourcefulness, and will to survive. She must sacrifice a part of herself in the process, whether it's the loss of another crew member or making a morally difficult decision to ensure the alien's defeat. In this final battle, Rain is reborn as a true hero, someone who understands the cost of survival and what it takes to protect those she cares about. Return with the elixir. In the aftermath of the battle, Rain returns to the shuttle, or whatever escape vehicle is available, having defeated the alien and survived the corporate betrayal. She now has knowledge and strength that will serve her in future encounters. The elixir is both her emotional growth and her newfound leadership. Though she may have lost much along the way, she has learned to take control of her destiny. The journey has transformed her from a frightened, uncertain individual into a determined, capable hero. And there you have it, a deep dive into the hero's journey of two powerful protagonists from the Alien franchise, Ellen Ripley and Rain Carradine. Whether it's the gritty corridors of the Nostromo or the deadly terrain of Romulus, the spirit of survival and transformation remains at the core of this iconic saga. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from Real Epic Quest.